just a translation of the 10-minute car maintenance video, which actually turned out to be 15 minutes. So we're just translating it to English for those who wanted the English translation. So now to start, he mentions that there's a secondary lock for the hood. You need to open it through the controls inside the car and through the secondary lock from outside before you're able to open the hood. Although there's preventive maintenance service or PMS done at the shop every 3 months or every 5,000 kilometers or 3,000 miles traveled, it is the driver's responsibility to know how to check the vehicle to prevent issues. So first, let's check the brake fluid. This is the brake fluid tank. You see if it's full or if it's at the minimum level. You can also open it to check from there, but be careful that you do not touch the liquid because it can irritate or cause burns to the skin. Now, every time we step on the brake pedal, the brake fluid goes to the brake pads, and once we release the brake pedal, the liquid goes back into the tank. Normally, the brake fluid just gets released to the brake pads and then back to the tank. So that means the level of the brake fluid should not change. If you notice that the brake fluid level changes, there's a possibility of a leak. So you should bring the car to the shop. Next to check is the battery. If you have a voltmeter, it's best to check to see the voltage of the battery. Another technique is to blow the horn to check if the battery has a charge. How do we know if the battery is defective? So first to check is the top of the terminal, and you have to look for mold buildup. So if you have mold buildup, just go ahead and clean it first with water and soap. Just scrub it off. And then if there's no new mold buildup after a week or so, then it may have been just caused by moisture. But if there's new mold buildup after you've already cleaned it, then the battery is defective and it has to be changed. Now, what is the purpose of the battery? The battery is used to start the engine. Once the engine starts, the alternator gives electricity to the vehicle for the AC, the radio, the lights, anything that needs power. Now, why do batteries become defective? The battery gets damaged because of wrong practices in using the vehicle. So as we have mentioned, the battery is supposed to start the engine. And then after that, it's the alternator's turn to power the vehicle once the engine is started. Now, if the vehicle's engine is off and you're using the air conditioning, charging your phone, playing the radio, or anything that uses energy, the alternator cannot supply the energy because the engine is off. Now, this means you are then using the energy from the battery. So the battery is only 12 volts. So if you have the radio on for an hour, this will drain the battery. Once the battery experiences discharge, this will start issues with the battery like self-discharging and stuff like that. So to prolong the lifespan of the battery, anytime you need to use electricity in the vehicle, the engine should be on so that the alternator can provide the needed power. Now, let's check the radiator. Here's the radiator cap. Do not open the radiator cap because it will cause an explosion if the vehicle is still hot or if the liquid inside the radiator cap is still hot. To refill with water or coolant, just use the coolant reservoir. You'll need to see the levels here, low and full. Do not fill this beyond the full level because it will spill and may cause short circuit in the wirings below. Now, here's for the wiper fluid or liquid washer. You just need to refill this if you're using the wiper spray. So the more you use the wiper spray, the more you'll need to refill. Next is the engine oil. Look for the dipstick, pull it up and see the levels, high or low. The best time to check on this is when you haven't started the vehicle yet, so that you can see the level of engine oil. So your engine oil should be between high and low. If the engine oil is at the low level, do not operate the vehicle. The engine oil serves as a lubricant to your engine. If there's no oil, the metal will expand and cause friction in the moving parts. It can then get stuck. If the parts get stuck, the engine needs to be opened and repaired. Now, if you look at it this way, if all you needed to do was refill the engine oil through the engine oil cap, you need to refill 1 liter at a time and check the dipstick. This would probably be around 1,000 pesos to 2,000 pesos. That's $20 to $30, but that's Philippine prices, so I wouldn't know if you're not in the Philippines. But if you fail to do this, so if you fail to just refill the engine oil and the engine needs to be pulled out to rebore the cylinder or change the parts, it could then cost upwards of 40,000 pesos or $800, depending on where you are. Once the engine has been opened too, it may trigger future issues with the vehicle and higher maintenance cost. So there you go, that's our translation to English. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you very much for the request. Yeah, watch the rest of the videos and please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.